Marriage is not about two people agreeing to live together. Uh-huh. It is a structured union defined by cultural, legal, or even spiritual frameworks. If you want to enter a marriage consciously, you must be clear from the very beginning what kind of marriage you are committing to. Because without that clarity, what you call a marriage becomes come we stay, no matter how many years or even children are involved. Intention defines the union, and it is structure that sustains it. You know, there are three main types of marriage frameworks. That is traditional, legal, and religious. Each comes with its own standards, obligations, protections, and even expectations. You know, if you say you are traditionally married, you must follow the cultural rituals, the family negotiations, and even the ancestral acknowledgement that validate that union within your community. If you choose a legal marriage, you must formalize the union with government recognition. That is contracts, rights, responsibilities, and even protection under the law. If you choose a religious marriage, you must honor the spiritual and the doctrine requirements, the doctrinal requirements of that faith, the vows, ceremonies, and community recognition. You know, the problem arises when people enter relationships emotionally, but not structurally. They assume love alone creates a marriage. They live together, they have children, they share finances, and even behave as a couple, but without defining the framework they belong to. You know, this vagueness leads to conflict, betrayal, confusion, and lack of accountability because each partner imagines a different type of marriage in their mind. Eh? Psychologically, clarity creates stability. When the type of marriage is undefined, the relationship becomes a psychological gray area. One partner may believe the relationship is binding, while the other sees it as flexible. This creates insecurity, entitlement, or even exploitation. You know, clear definition anchors expectations, roles, boundaries, and long-term decisions. Without structure, the brain cannot regulate commitment effectively, leading to emotional volatility and trust issues. You know, a defined marriage provides predictability, and an undefined marriage breeds anxiety. You know, spiritually, intention shapes energy. A marriage becomes sacred when both partners consciously agree on the form and foundation of their union. Undefined unions lack alignment. They carry mixed intention and fragmented energies. You know, commitment becomes powerful when it is conscious, not assumed. A Kamwiste relationship has no spiritual grounding because it lacks a shared intention and a mutual ritual of commitment. A true marriage is not just living together. It is entering a shared path with clarity, agreement, and purpose. You know, in short, if you want to enter a real marriage, define it from the beginning. Traditional, legal, or even religious. Choose it consciously. Follow its standards and uphold its structure. Because without clarity, you are not married. You are simply coexisting. Marriage begins with intention, not assumption. My people, heal. Heal.